The hearts of the attendants in a courtroom never change the verdicts of the judge. Welcome to section 30 of chapter 2 of the Holy Quran. It begins with sign 232. It continues with the matter of divorce between husband and wife. Husband and wife, the union is supposed to be a holy union, an honorable union. Let's go. وَإِذَا طَلَقْتُمْ النِّسَاءَ فَبَلَغْنَا أَجَلَهُنَّ فلا تعدلوهن أن ينكهن أزواجهن أن ينكهن أزواجهن إذا تردوا بينهم بمعروف. إذا تردوا بينهم بمعروف. If they wish in equitable terms to come together. Okay, let's go to the Arabic side. When you divorce women, what is that? Talaktum and nisaa. When you divorce women, فَبَلَغْنَا أَجَلَهُنَّ, and they fulfill the term of their idat. Idat is in brackets and in italics. It's Arabic words. فَبَلَغْنَا أَجَلَهُنَّ فَلَا تَعْدُلُوهُنَّ أَنْ يَنكِحْنَ. Do not prevent them from marrying. فَلَا تَعْدُلُوهُنَّ. Do not prevent them from marrying. Hunna refers to them. أَنْ يَنكِحْنَ أَزْوَاجَهُنَّ, from marrying their husbands, but there is here the former husbands. I presume this to mean the husbands the husband that was involved in 2 divorces, whereby now the woman has gone to a 3rd husband. So when the 3rd husband divorces her, and she wishes to come back to the former husband, now permission is granted, because the rule is that after 2 divorces, you can't marry again until the woman marries a 3rd husband. And if the 3rd husband doesn't handle her well, and she thinks of the former days of the former husband, and she wants to come back, the new husband, the 2nd husband, cannot prevent her from doing so. We're seeing it in society all of the time. You lose a woman, somebody takes her, and it pains you to the core. It pains you to the core. You don't know what to do. You can't go and arrest them. But if he doesn't handle your former wife well, and then she wants to come back, okay, old friends are always friends. All right. Pardon me for laughing. I do it often. إذا تبدو بينهم بالمعروف, from her former husband, if they mutually agree on equitable terms, معروف, equitable terms. إذا تردوا, if they wish, what is this? If they mutually agree on equitable terms, بالمعروف. And what does it say? ذلك يعذب به من كان منكم يؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخرة. And it asks, this instruction, ذلك يعذب به, this instruction is for all amongst you يُعَذِّرُ بِهِ مَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ, eh, all amongst whom who believe in God and the last day. Mm. مَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ, who believe in God, وَيَوْمِ الْآخِرَةِ, and the last day. Mm. Uh, and what is that? ذَلِكُمْ ذَلِكُمْ أَزْكَى لَكُمْ ذَلِكُمْ أَزْكَى لَكُمْ ذَلِكُمْ أَزْكَى لَكُمْ. Uh, this is most virtue. This is most virtue. Zalikum aska lakum. But there are brackets there. We have brackets there. That is the cause making for. So the cause making for is in brackets. With that. So let me insert the brackets. Let me read with the brackets. This is the cause making for most virtue and purity amongst you. Zalika aska lakum wa atharu. Atharu, purity. That is a cause making for most virtue, aska wa atharu, and purity amongst you, minkum. Mm. Wallahu ya'lamu wa antum la ya'lamun. Wallahu ya'lamu wa antum la ya'lamun. And God knows, and ye do not. God knows, ye do not. So nobody, in other words, nobody should question the laws of God. Mm. So if the woman goes to the second husband and the husband is not handling her and she comes back, there shouldn't be any fight about it concerning it. No. Because God knows better. You don't know. Mm. Okay. La yalamun. How many notes do we have there? I think one note. Yes, 261. 265 rather. 265. Note 1265. Sorry. Note 265. I don't know where the one came from. Don't mind me. Note 265 is against preventing la tauluhunna. La tauluhunna is against preventing the women. The termination of a marriage bond is the most serious matter for family and social life. Didn't we read it? No, I think this is a repeated sentence. Anyway, the termination of a marriage bond is a most serious matter for family and social life, and every lawful device is approved which can equitably bring back those who have lived together. They become like brother and sister in this case, who have lived together, provided only there is mutual love and they can live on honorable terms with each other. Ma'ruf. Equitable terms, ma'ruf. Full stop. If these conditions are fulfilled, it is not right for outsiders to prevent or hinder reunion. Who are these outsiders? I think the former husband and his cohorts, and his colleagues, friends, supporters. They can't come back and say, you didn't like the woman. You even divorced twice, and he married our brother, and you have used some evil means to woo her back. No, it doesn't happen. So these refer to the outsiders, I suppose, according to my gumption. Prevent from this verse was no. It is not right for outsiders. Yes, it's not right for outsiders to prevent or hinder reunion. So this is what the outsiders means. They may be swayed by property or other considerations. Full stop. This verse was occasioned by an actual case that was referred to the Holy Prophet in his lifetime. So they say the Prophet had this case before while he was living, where there was an agreement between first husband and second husband. That's why people say fear woman. People say fear woman. She moves from here and there, here to there like thermostat. You can't do anything. But here, God has given the go ahead. Hmm? If he moves from second husband to first husband, even though he divorced her twice, no way can you get her out of that reunion. Hmm? Let's call it so. All right, and that was note 265 to sign 232. Pardon me. To note 232. Okay, let's go to the next verse. I suppose this is another subject, not concerning husband and wife now, but concerning the woman, something like that, not directly. Mm. Okay. Well, والوالدات يرضعن sorry والوالدات يرضعن أولادهن أولادهن حولين حولين الوالدهن حولين كا كاملين sorry كاملين pardon me. Let me see if I can read it better. Like I tell you, my Arabic is going bad. والوالدات يرضعن أولادهن حولين كاملين. The mothers shall give suck to their offsprings. Walidatu, mothers, yurdi'na, shall give suck, awladahunna, to their offsprings. Awladahunna, to their offspring. Hawlaini, kamilaini, to their offspring for 2 whole years. Whole years. Kamilaini, whole. Kamilaini, whole. Hawlaini, 2 whole years. Hawlaini, kamilaini, 2 whole years. Hawlaini, years. Kamilaini, whole. So, and I think it's been practiced. I remember where in my youth, or even some cultures is there, when the woman gives birth, she moves to the family house and gives sack to the baby for 2 years before returning to the husband's house. And the husband has to bear it and she has to bear it. I think this is one of the reasons why Muslims are allowed to marry 1, 2, 3, or 4. So in that case, there wouldn't be any sex deprivation on the part of the man. Mm. The woman has to bear it. She's just to take care of the baby. Haulaini, kamilaini. Okay. For 2 whole years. Mhm. Liman arada an yutima aradata, sorry. Liman arada an yutima aradata. For him who desires to complete the term, for him who desires to complete the term, uh, who desires to complete the term, aradatu, wa alal waludi, sorry, wa ala wa alal waludi lahu wa alal waludi lahu riskuhunna wa kiswatihunna bil ma'ruf. Give them provisions and clothing. Let's see. for 2 whole years. For him who desires to complete the term, but he shall bear the cost of their food and clothing, risk, provision, uh, kiswatun, clothing, kiswatun, clothing. Uh-huh. Wa kiswatuhunna bil ma'ruf. So while the wife is at the parents' house, the husband's duty is to providing baby and son with food and clothing and whatever they need, not just the two of them, for any sensible person, for 2 whole years. Hauleni, kamileni, 2 whole years. Uh, to cause the force of food. On equable and equitable terms, on equitable terms. Uh, that bil ma'ruf. ولا تكلف نفس إلا وسعها. Oh, this is an old uh, phrase of mine, a very lovable phrase of mine. It is there in a number of places in the Quran. وَلَا تُكَلِّفُ نَفْسٌ إِلَّا وُسْعَهَا. I've done it before, I think some years back. وَلَا تُكَلِّفُ نَفْسٌ إِلَّا وُسْعَهَا. And God doesn't give a burden to anyone unless that they can bear it. Uh, uh, Yes, unequitable. No soul shall have a burden laid on it greater than it can bear. While yukallifu Allah nafsan illa wus'aha. La tukallifu nafsan illa wus'aha. La tukallifu nafsan illa wus'aha. No soul shall have a burden laid on it greater than it can bear. Illa wus'aha. Uh, illa wus'aha. Where can it? Uh-huh. La tudara, yeah. La tudara walidatun biwalidin, biwalidiha. La tudara walidatu biwalidiha. Wala مولد له ولا مولود له بوالدة sorry بي بولا بولده sorry بولده ولا مولود ولا مولود له بولده. No mother shall be treated unfairly on account of the child. No mother shall be treated unfairly on account of her child. So you see, sometimes you see the Quran rather as a constitution, social constitution, not man-made constitution, but constitution from God. No mother shall be treated unfairly. Where is the Arabic side? La tadaradu walidatun, mother walidatun. Uh, Directed, dua, la tudaru, that's treated unfairly. Walidatun, the mother, biwalid, biwalidiha, biwalidiha, with his son. Let me see. No mother shall be treated on account of her child, of her child. Biwalidiha, wala وما مولود له ولا مولود له بولده treated unfairly on account of her child. بولده. Oh, I've missed it. Yes, بولده. He here, I think, refers to the husband on account of her child. His husband. And I think the husband be mauludu. Wala mauludun lahu biwaladihi. On account of her child. No father on account of his child. Yes, no father on account of his child. Wala mauludin lahu biwaladihi. And no father. Where is it? No father on account of his child. No father on account of his child. So the wife must not be maltreated or mistreated, and on account of the child, nor the father be mistreated on account of his child. Be waladihi. So the he here refers to a man and not a woman. Be waladihi. On account of his child. بولده وعلى وارث مثل ذلك وعلى وارث مثل ذلك an heir shall be chargeable in the same way. مثل ذلك an heir will be chargeable in the same way. Well, heir is spelled H-E-I-R. Some say hair, as some of us say hair. H-E-I-R, because I'm not pronouncing it rightly. On her, in the same way. بولده فإن أرادا فصالا عن ترد منهما وتشاؤر فلا جناح عليهما. If they both decide on winning by mutual consent and after due consultation, there is no blame jinahu on them if ye decide on a foster mother for your offspring. There is no blame on you, provided you pay the foster mother. Foster mother is in brackets. What ye offered on equitable terms. So equitable terms is there repeated again and again to tell us that everything there is no cheating. No, everything must be on reasonable terms. Maruf. I've been warned already. Let me see if I can finish the sign. That's 232. Well, in Arat, yes, I think that's it. فصالا وعلى وارث مثل ذلك فإن أرادا فصالا عن ترد منهما وتشاؤر فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِمَا, no blame on them. وَإِنْ أَرَدْتُمْ أَنْ تَسْتَرْضِعُونَ وَإِنْ أَرَدْتُمْ أَنْ تَسْتَرْضِعُونَ أولادكم أن تستدون أولادكم فلا جناح عليكم. If you want a foster mother, there is no blame on you. Alaykum. Salamtum ma salamtu ma ataytum bil ma'ruf. Provided for thee, the foster mother, when ye offered on equitable terms. Ma'ruf. Wa anat sorry, wa itaku Allah. Sorry, wa itaku, look at this. Ataku, I'm reading anatum. Wa itaku, itaku, I'm reading anatum. Wa itakum Allah. Wa alam anna Allah bima ta'lamuna basirun. But fear God and know that God sees well what ye do. Bima ta'lamuna basirun. Bima ta'lamuna basirun. He sees well what ye do. Uh, let's see if there are any notes. There should be. Yes, there is. 2, sign 233. Sack. No, 266 is on sack. And that's not the only note. 266A, 266A, and I think that's all. I think 266 and 266A. 266 and 268. So let's go to 26. It's 266. 266. Against clothing, feeding and clothing. 266. As this comes in the midst of the regulations on divorce, it applies primarily to cases of divorce where some definite rule is necessary, as the father and mother would not, on account of the divorce, probably be on good terms, and the interest of the child must be safeguarded. Full stop. As, however, the wording is perfectly general, it's been held that the principle applies equally to the father and mother in wedlock. So when they're still together in wedlock, semicolon. Each must fulfill his or her part in the fostering of the child. Full stop. On the other hand, it is provided that the child shall not be used as an excuse for driving a hard bargain on either side. Full stop. By mutual consent, they can agree to some course that is reasonable and equitable, both as regards the period before weaning, into brackets, the maximum being 2 years, brackets close, the period between before weaning and the engagement of a wet course, of a wet nurse, a wet nurse, hyphenated, WET hyphen NURSE, and nurse I'm reading as course. Please have mercy on me, viewers. Witness, or into brackets by analogy, or by analogy in brackets, or by analogy for artificial feeding. But the mother's privileges must not be curtailed simply because by mutual consent she does not nurse the baby. Full stop. In a matter of this kind, the ultimate appeal must be to godliness, for godliness, for all legal remedies are imperfect and may be misused. So you see, the Quran is there. The fear of God comes in. Whatever man do, even in obeying God's rules, the fear of God should be there. We should use our conscience. we should use our conscience, our gumption, to apply the laws of God. Mm. If the laws of God are detrimental to one party, even though they are laws of God, God loves equity. God loves equity. You can alter them for the love of God, for the sake of God, for the love of God. 268, what does it say? 268 on their clothing, food and clothing. Oh, what did I read? Did I read oh, yes, on the sack. Now it's on their clothing, i.e., in case of divers. So the, the clause 266A is referring directly to the case of divorce. And I think that is all for, I think that is all for sign 233 with its nose. When we come back, God willing, we shall go to sign 234, which has a note 267. Mm, maybe not one, or which begins with a note 267. Thank you very much. Illa likai. Bye bye. Au revoir. May God be with you all. I have to stop because my handset is warming up, even though we are left with the last sign. Mm. So 234 is the last sign of section 30, but we have to stop to avoid commotion. Thank you very much. Illa lakai. Bye bye. Au revoir. May God be with you all.